Welcome to the all-new Kellyanne Cares podcast, your go-to resource for personal growth, productivity, and creating a business and life that align with your purpose. I'm Kelly, a multi-passionate entrepreneur, and I am obsessed with helping women and brands get organized, stay inspired, and achieve lasting success. Whether you're pivoting your business, launching a new idea, or seeking more wellness and structure in your day, this podcast is made for you. Life is short. Invest in yourself, take bold action, and put in the work to make your dreams a reality. It's time to fuel your mind, grow your brand, and transform your life. Today's episode starts now. Hello, and welcome back to your final episode of the Kellyanne Cares podcast. I have tried to record this show multiple times, and honestly, I just wasn't ready to fully end this chapter of my life. I got so emotional. And here we go. Now, I waited to record this show because I have an announcement at the end that I wasn't ready preparing, and I need to finish that first so I could share it with you here to officially close this 9-year journey of podcasting here on the Kellyanne Cares podcast. Now, if you're new here, I launched this podcast on my birthday, June 10th, and ended it on my birthday this year, and that was 9 years running. And what started off as the Happy Workaholic podcast, a show for your business, LinkedIn, and life with an autoimmune disease, I started sharing on my podcast. I just launched with video files, not even audio files. I didn't even know what I was doing. At that time, there was no podcast coaches, podcast producers. It was basically like Ed Milet, Lewis Howes, Gary Vee, and like a few other people. And I listened to those men for inspiration and motivation, both personally and professionally. And Gary Vee was always saying like, start the fucking podcast, start the fucking podcast. So I started a fucking podcast. I had no idea what the hell I was doing. And immediately people started listening because I was sharing my life with an autoimmune disease while trying to run my business. And once that happened, about a month or so later, this is when everybody was in Facebook groups, so many women were reaching out, like, how did you do that? And I'm like, I don't even know. I just did it. And so I ended up launching a podcast development agency because I had such a response to women asking me, like, I need to know how to write. I need to know how to produce. I need to know how to launch a podcast. And I, to this day, have done 31 now shows where I've written, produced, and developed. And just during the pandemic alone, 9 shows plus this. So I was doing 10 podcasts during the pandemic while doing my legal cases. I have shared my entire life on this show. And I feel like because of where I am personally in my life now, it's just so hard to officially let it go. I'm okay with it now, but it was it took me months to figure out if I really wanted to do that. I shared that in the beginning when I launched the show, I had an autoimmune disease. So I was told I had MS and NMO, which stands for neuromyelitis optica. And basically, you can become blind and paralyzed at any given moment, which is why at the end of the day, I would only have my voice to make money. My beginning intro, I didn't even know how to produce. My intro still has the smoke alarm beep going off because nobody in the house could reach the battery. I literally had no idea what I was doing. So I just started, and that turned into a 9-year podcast run. Most people, there are millions and millions of podcasts out there for you to listen to. Most don't even make it past 100 episodes. They're out there, but they stop, they quit. And I could tell you out of the 30 shows, there's maybe 2 or 3 that are still running. It's just not a thing where it lasts that long for most people because of life and business. And some people do it for a chapter of their life and to share their story, and for many other reasons. But during the pandemic, I also launched my book, Everything is Messy. And when I did that, I had a merch line as well. And then I thought it would make sense to rebrand the show into Everything is Messy. And I did that for a very short period of time. But then I realized that I really needed to pivot into Kellyanne Cares. So it's been Kellyanne Cares for quite some time. 6 years now, I think. And I just am like feeling so aligned with that. That's the name of my brand. That's the top of my funnel, my umbrella that like everything else is housed under. My Coloring Collins children's coloring books, Everything is Messy, my next personal growth book, my next recipe book, my digital products, and everything else I'm creating for other women and children. And so that's not going away. Kellyanne Cares is my brand. This specific show is ending. And still, that's so crazy to say. And I was not ready to release a show on my birthday. And I had some serious gourmet pizzas to be making. I just had to make the announcement. And this show has been heard in 118 countries, which like blows my fucking mind still to this day. I've done coaching programs on here. I've had the most incredible guests. I've had multiple series on here. My entire legal case is on here. And when I say I'm ending the show, these episodes are still always going to be available. I'm just not recording here anymore. So they're going to live on forever and ever and ever. Amen. Okay, so now I need a sip of my coffee because I decided to record this when I only had maybe 2 sips of my iced coffee. And let me tell you, that's delicious. I did half Cafe Bustelo and half Nescafe Instant with my stevia, and not even my delicious Sprouts Vanilla Stevia, with my homemade almond milk, and not even with my bourbon vanilla bean paste in it. And it's still a 10. And I needed that 10 coffee today. I've been crying a lot lately just because there's like a lot going on, like personally and professionally. And it's just like, I know I'm ready for this next chapter, but it's taken me like years to realize like how hurt I was and how much like, you know, I started writing my second personal growth book a couple years ago, and I could not get through the grief and healing chapters. And I know why, because I'm literally still living it. I can't share on pages and with my Blackwing pencils on paper, like, until it's done. And I'm still living through, like, health shit and being over 40 and your body changing and menopause and just, like, so much shit. Your friendships, your business, like, it's a lot. Like, nobody fucking prepares you for this shit. Like, everybody always says they never teach you about getting your period in school. Well, in college or anywhere else, like, no one's vocal about menopause and how it can fucking wreck you. And I've been wrecked and, like, burnt and shriveled up and just have felt like absolute garbage, as I always say, for quite some time. And I have my routines and I have my wellness plan and I have all these things, but it's like I'm constantly getting slapped in the face with things. And it's just like, when is enough enough? Like, you have to make changes. You have to, as my friend Lena says, which was honestly, like, I saw a post of her. She's a really, really big manifesting coach. And I've actually had her on the show years ago. And she made a post on TikTok that I had seen like the week before my birthday, or a few days before my birthday, June 10th. And then the day of June 10th in the morning, I saw it again on Instagram because I woke up early. I was going to take an everything shower. And I saw it again. And she was saying, manifesting isn't going to work. And I talk about manifesting, visualizing, putting in the work, all of that, like in my book, on the show, I have for years, okay? But it's just like, until somebody says it a different way and literally smacks you across the face, like, it's just not, like, things aren't falling into place out as they should. And she's saying that when you're manifesting and you're trying to move forward and get like your dream life and do whatever it is that you're putting in the work and visualizing for and all of that, like, it's not going to work if you're still holding on to the past. That is this show. I have so much trauma and grief and exciting stories. There's so much of my life on this show that I can't just like keep being here. I need to like start something new, turn a page. I need a new chapter in my life. Like, there's so much I'm holding on to here because I have shared my entire life that solidified me ending this show when I saw that post twice. And I just like couldn't believe it. I told my best friend and she didn't believe me. And like not a lot of people believed me at first. They're like, what? And so I sat on that for a little bit, like, because once you put it out on the internet, like you actually type it out and like say it out loud, like that's when it really hits you. So I've been like so emotional lately because, and it's not like disappearing. Like I can still listen to shows. You can still listen to shows. There's so much like excellent content here for business. If you're a small business owner, if you're an entrepreneur, how to start a business, how to monetize social media. Like, I mean, I could go on, but you could just look them up. But in order for me to live my dreams out loud and move forward into the next chapter of my life, like I just had to end this chapter, which still is so crazy. I found out I was misdiagnosed. My entire legal battle is here. Getting through the pandemic is here. Like I said earlier, like the most incredible guests I've had here. And I'm so, so grateful for every single thing. I mean, some of my episodes I've listened back to, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I said that. But I'm an open book. I mean, there's a big E for explicit on the show for a reason. And that it's been so therapeutic for me to have a podcast and to have helped other women launch and grow and monetize their own podcast. I've shared like different cancer scares I've had recently. I've shared everything health related under the sun, because if you don't share it, that's like you're doing a disservice to the rest of the world. I feel like if you're strong enough to share your story, I've said this from day one, then you should share it, because it's going to help other people. As of like last year, like I was sharing how I found beans on TikTok. Like I went down a rabbit hole of bean talk. And that's how I learned how beans in the morning can help with your awful menopause symptoms. And to this day, I'm still eating fucking beans. I actually prepped them. They're in the fridge from a few days ago, but I just wasn't feeling them. I've been having my 50 gram of protein, 20 gram of collagen smoothie. And usually there's more protein and fiber, but I took the beans out separate. So you know what? I'm going to have them this morning. I really miss my honey chipotle spice from Milford Spice Co. I need some more of that. I love that. My social media isn't going anywhere. My brand isn't going anywhere. My books are still available. You can always support me in other ways. But this actual show, the Kelly Ann Cares podcast, this is the last episode, which is so insane. It's time to turn the page. It's time to make new memories. I'm officially 48. I'm closer to 50 than 40, and that freaks me the fuck out, to be honest. I've done a lot of episodes on this, like, tied into menopause, but, like, it's a nightmare. It's a fucking nightmare. So you'll hear more on that soon, but I just wanted to share all of this with you and also say, like, how incredibly grateful I am that you're still here listening 9 years later in 118 countries. That blows my mind still, like, to this day. And that when I just sat down on a couch in the middle of the family room, in the most echoey room with the smoke alarm thing going off, that I would still have a podcast 9 years later. Like, the doctors' names that misdiagnosed me, my entire legal battle, like, everything is on this show. And legally, I can have them because of how I close my cases. Thank God, because I've seriously helped thousands of patients since then because I have been so vocal. So if you do feel that you can share your story, if you're going through something health-related, share it. A podcast, writing, social media posts, like, that will help so many people. You have no idea. And even the quiet lingerers, like, it's going to help them too. You may not know, but it's good for you because you're sharing your story, and it's always going to help. I've always said, if I'm strong enough to share my story and help at least one person, like, my job is done. The feedback I've gotten from this podcast, from guests, from my stories, there's a reason why I'm here. There's a reason why, I cannot cry. I got a second chance at life, and it's because I'm here for a reason to help other women, like, get through what they are currently going through. I've had one crazy life. I mean, I'm with, like, 3 or 4 kids almost every day, too. And, like, it's just insane. And it's just been a wild ride. I'm so grateful that you guys have been here and, like, heard everything and just, like, shared the episodes with, like, everybody, and your reviews and following me online and supporting my business and my work and my books and my children's coloring book collection and just everything I create. Like, I do it with such purpose and passion to, like, help other people. It's so emotional. Thank God this is not a video. But I just want to let you know that, you know, with this next chapter, I want it to be more positive and productive and happier and healthier. And I've been preaching that since I wrote those words on my little post-it vision board when I was going through chemo. And there was just so much information I've had to sit on and just, like, dissect, and just, like, a lot of, like, work on myself. So much work on myself. Like, it never ends. It never ends. But I just wanted to share with you, like, 1, I'm grateful. 2, I seriously cannot believe this is the last episode of the Kelly Ann Cares podcast. But, you know, you're always one decision away from a completely different life. And that is also on another post that I have in my office area. And I have had for years. I talked about it on the show. I even wrote about it in my book. And I just wanted to let you know, I wanted you to be the first ones to know that my podcasting journey is not over, because I'm launching a brand new show. So I wanted to let you know that this is going to be your new go-to space for especially women over 40 for wellness, personal growth, productivity, mindset, and creating a life that's going to be aligned with your purpose. So what I've learned through my own journey is that major life changes can either break you or build you. And honestly, the last few years, I've felt so broken down, but I will continuously show up. But now I'm ready to rebuild, and I'm taking you along for the ride. And I could not be any more excited. I have been writing, I have been recording, I have show notes for you. And the name of the show, da-da-da-da. Are you ready? Are you ready for the name of the show? It's going to be on Substack and Spotify and Apple and a few other places and YouTube. And I am going to repurpose it just like I do with this show. But I want to spend a lot more time writing, because for me it's very therapeutic. And I just think it's important to share both audio but also, like, written word. For me, it was like therapy writing my book, to be honest with you, and also having this show. So even though this is the last episode here, you can still listen to me with my foul mouth and my life changes and my menopause updates and my business excitement over on the One Decision Away podcast, because you, my friend, are one decision away from completely changing your life. And so am I. And I'm talking about real life experiences, reinvention, what it actually takes to rebuild, refocus, and move forward with clarity, and so much more. I'm going to have guests come fall. I'm going to be sharing a lot more than I shared here, which is weird because I share everything here, but just really getting down to the nitty gritty of, like, what it's like going through menopause and, like, rebuilding and revamping, like, your personal and professional life at the same time. There's not much content out there like that I have found. So of course you need to create what needs to exist. So I will have in the show notes links, or you could just go to everythingismessy.com. That'll bring you to my link tree. There'll just be a couple links in the show notes that will bring you to my new show. I would love a review on Apple Podcasts, because that will help get the show bumped up so that other women or anybody looking for information, I have the hiccups, on the show can find it more easily, because there are Oh my God, hiccups again. I need a sip of coffee. There are millions and millions and millions of shows. So the fact that you're still here listening to me, crying and laughing and sharing my life, like, it truly means the world to me. It means so much. Like, you have no idea. This has been one hell of a ride. I am so proud of myself for always showing up. I've taken months off. I've taken weeks off, but I always show up. And if you don't show up for yourself first, you can never be the best version of yourself. And then you can't offer anybody else around you the best version of yourself. Also wrote about that in my book, which, by the way, is on sale. So if you want to continuously support me, head to everythingismessy.com. You can buy my children's coloring books, which are available for $9.97. You can get all 3 digital, so your kids can color, or anybody that you know, little one, even you, have a glass of wine, color some unicorns, whatever is your vibe. I did the digital bundle for the summer so that you could print them over and over again at your house. And then the paperbacks, I believe, are $12.97. I had to increase the price, especially for UK and shipping, because Amazon had changed these rules last year, but the paperbacks are still available. I'm redoing the cover to Everything is Messy, so hopefully that'll be available shortly. I was hoping by my birthday, but ending this show, like, really put a stop to everything else, because I had to really figure out, like, is this what I want? I didn't think I wanted another podcast. And I think you'd want to listen to my snotty nose, because I'm crying, laughing at the same time, drinking my iced coffee. But I'm also changing up my social media, just like with my content and like what I'm sharing and all that fun stuff. So now I feel good. This has been therapeutic to share that with you. And I've been waiting to share this episode because I wanted to share the name with you and where you could find it. And I didn't know where that was going to be until I figured out, after many walks and journal entries and tears shed and Bravo binges, like, what the fuck I wanted to do with my life. So now you know. The One Decision Away podcast is officially live. You could actually go listen to it right now. So thank you so much for listening. You could still leave a review for the show if you haven't, but you can now find me on my new one. And I'm so grateful for you tuning in, leaving reviews, supporting me, supporting my business, my brand, my show, everything that I've ever created for the last 9 years. I'm truly so grateful. And I'm ready for the next chapter. And I'm so excited to bring you along for the ride. So again, thank you so much. I'm signing off, and I'm probably going to go cry and finish my coffee. I love you so much. Bye.